Good morning, everyone. My name is Sonny N Puson from BSIT 2A, and I am going to configure and verify small network topology, which is our midterm hands-on exam. So in these objectives, we are going to configure initial device configuration, configure devices and verify connectivity, and gather information with show commands. In this background, I will configure router 1, switch 2, and switch 3 with basic initial settings. I will also configure the PCs with the correct IP address. So part 1, configure initial device configuration. Step 1, router configuration. Configure the device name according to the addressing table. So we will assign a host name for our router. So click this R1, then go to CLI, then press enter. Then we can assign the host name for our router in the privilege exec mode. So we will type enable, then type config t, then type hostname R1, then exit. So as you can see, our router here is changed into R1, so it is correct. Then assign x_someone as the encrypted privilege exec mode password. So assign x_someone as the encrypted. So we'll go to CLI R1, then CLI, then type again config t, then type enable secret for our encrypted privilege exec mode x_someone. Then let's check if this password is working. Enable. So this is our encrypted privilege exec mode password. So x_someone. We can also use show run command to check if our password is encrypted. So this is the encrypted privilege exec mode password. Then assign midterm as the console password and enable login. So same method, same process. Go to R1, then click CLI, then type in config t, because we are already in the enable and the exec mode, privilege exec mode. Then type line console 0 for assigning password for our console. So password midterm, then type login, then exit. So after that console password, we will going to assign another password for our enable login. So type enable password midterm. So let's check if these passwords are working. Exit. Okay, this is our console password midterm, then enable, and this is our enable login password. that pass, and this is our password for our encrypted privilege exec mode exam1. So after that, we will encrypt all the plain text passwords. So we are already in the R1 and in privilege exec mode, so we will type config t. After that, we will type service password encryption. Yes. So, and exit. Then let's check if our passwords are encrypted, especially in enable login. Okay, so here, this is our enable login password, so it is encrypted. After that, create a banner that warns anyone accessing the device that unauthorized access is prohibited. So we will create a banner. So config t, type banner motd hashtag this is a secure system, authorized access only. In order to create a banner, this hashtag sign is needed at the before this text, and another hashtag sign at the end of the text. Okay, then enter. So let's check if our banner is working. Okay, where is the banner? Okay, there. This is our banner. So after that, we will go to switch configuration. So we are done in the R1. Just closed. Go to switch 1. Cell I. Same method, same process. Press enter, then enable. Config T. We will assign hostname for switch 1. SW1. Let's see. Switch here is changed into SW1, so it's working. Then after assigning hostname, we will create password for encrypted privilege exec mode. So we will type enable secret exam1. Okay, exam1. Then enter. So let's check if this is working. So type show run. Here, this is our encrypted privilege exec mode password. Then after that, midterm assign console password and enable login. So same method. Config t, then line console 0, then password midterm, type login, exit. After the console, the enable login, so enable password midterm exit. So let's check if these two are working. So this is our console password enable, and this is our enable login password, and this is our secret encrypted privilege exec mode password. So after that passwords, encrypt all the plain text passwords. So config t service password encryption, then exit. Let's check if the password are encrypted. So here it is encrypted. Then after that, create a banner. So config t banner OTD. This is a secure system, authorized access only. Forgot the quotation mark. Then enter, exit. So as you can see, the banner is working. So we are done in the switch 1. Then we will go to switch 2. Same method of assigning the basic initial settings. Enable 50 hostname SW2, then line enable secret exam1. Okay, exam1, then exit, show run. Okay, here, then config t line console 0 password midterm login, then exit. Then for enable login password, so type enable password midterm and exit, show run. So here our enable midterm password. Okay, after that, encrypt all plain text passwords. So config t service password encryption, then exit, show run. So here it's not different. Instead of midterm, here, then create a banner, config t banner MOTD hashtag sign. This is a secure system, authorized access only. Okay, exit. So this is our banner and this is our console password. Then enable. This is our enable login password, so midterm. Then this is our encrypted enable password, exam1. Okay, good. So we are done in switch 2. Then we will now go to switch 3. Same process as we did in the router, switch 1, switch 2. Enable config t, assign name for switch 3. Then enable secret for our encrypted privilege exec mode. Okay. Oh no. What's wrong? Wrong spelling. Secret exam1. Okay. Exit. Show run if the secret password is working. So here it is. Then console password and enable login password. So config t line console 0, then password midterm. Then log in, then exit, then enable login password midterm, then exit. Show run. Here is our midterm password. After that, encrypt all plain text passwords. So config t service password encryption. Then let's check again if our enable password is encrypted. So here it is. It's different from midterm. Then create a banner. So config t banner and OTD hashtag sign. This is a secure system, authorized access only, hashtag sign. Then after that, let's check, and this is our banner, our console password, then enable login password, and our encrypted privilege exec mode password. So we are done assigning the basic initial settings for the router and switches. Just close it. Then to part 2, configure device and verify connectivity. So configure the IP address according the address table. So So this is our addressing table. So PC1, click PC1, then go to desktop and IP configuration, then type static. Then this is our IP address, 192.168.1.1.13. Oh shit, 192.168.1.3. Subnet mask is correct. Then the default gateway is 192.168.1.1. 2.168.1.1. Okay, we're done assigning IP address. Then close. We will go to PC2, desktop IP configuration. So this is the IP address of PC2, 192.168.20.3. Here the IP address is 192.168.30.3. so we will change this 30 into 20, and also in the default gateway 192.168.20.1. so close, then go to PC3, desktop IP config and static. Here the PC3 IP address 192.168.30.3. 192.168.30.3 in the subnet mask. Then the default gateway, which is 192.168.30.1. 2.168.30.1. Okay, we are done. Wait, 255. Okay. We are done this step 1, then we will go to step 2, verify connectivity. Verify the connectivity from PC1 to PC2 using ping command. So go to PC1, then command prompt, then ping, type the IP address of PC2, 192.168.20.3. Okay, it is connected. Then verify the connectivity from PC1 to PC3 using ping command. So ping the IP address of PC3, okay, it is connected. Then close. Then verify the connectivity from PC2 to PC3 using ping command. So PC2, command prompt, then ping IP address of PC3. Okay, it is connected. So part 3, gather the information with show commands. So gather information for R1 and answer the following. Write your answers in a piece of paper. Okay, A, what are the IP addresses configured? The IP addresses configured are enter here. The IP address are configured in gigabit Ethernet 0/0 is this 192.168.1.1. Then for the interface gigabit Ethernet 0/1 is the 192.168.1.20.1. Then for the interface gigabit Ethernet 0/2, the IP address configured is 192.168.30.1. Okay. Then what is the MAC address of gigabit Ethernet 0/0 interface? So the MAC address, so we will type show interfaces. The MAC address of gigabit Ethernet 0/0 is this 0006.2a66.5101 is the MAC address. Then what is the MAC address of gigabit Ethernet 0/1 interface? So let's just press enter. Okay, gigabit Ethernet 0/1. Then this is the MAC address of gigabit Ethernet 0/1 0006.2a66.5102. That is the MAC address of gigabit 0/1. Then for the MAC address of gigabit Ethernet 0/2, enter here gigabit Ethernet 0/2 0006.2a66.5103 is the MAC address of the gigabit Ethernet 0/2. Then what is the bandwidth of the gigabit Ethernet 0/0 interface? So we are already in the show interface command, so let's just scroll up, and the bandwidth is this. The bandwidth of gigabit Ethernet 0/0 is 1 million kilobyte. Here, it's 1. Then what is the bandwidth of gigabit Ethernet 0/2 interface? Okay, for the bandwidth of 0/2 interface, here it is also 1 million kilobyte bandwidth of gigabit Ethernet 0/2. After that, how many serial interface? So there are no serial interface that has been configured in the router. Then are all Ethernet interface the same? No, it's because the IP address and the MAC address are different from each other, so they are not the same. How many interfaces are configured with IP address and in the app? So there are 3 interfaces that are configured in the app and app state. First is the gigabit Ethernet 0/0 interface. 15 second, gigabit Ethernet 0 over 1 interface, and gigabit Ethernet 0 over 2 interface. So there are 3 interfaces. Okay, so that is the end of my presentation, and thank you for watching and listening.